What's up everybody, Tony here with iTech Check, and today we're going to be taking a look at Elecife's 15.6 inch 1080p portable monitor. Now you can purchase this off Amazon right now. I will be putting links in the description in case you guys want to check it out yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. So this portable monitor has dual speakers. Like I said before, it is a 1080p screen. It uses USB Type-C and HDMI for its inputs. It has a built-in stand, which is really nice, and it has an 800:1 contrast ratio. So first we're going to do the unboxing and see what you get inside. Then I'm going to go through a series of tests. I want to see how well it works with a tablet or a laptop. Also, I want to see how well it works with Samsung DeX if you have a Samsung cell phone. And I want to go ahead and see how well it hooks up to the Nintendo Switch as well as some other gaming devices. And if we can make this a totally portable unit, just powering it from a power bank instead of a wall. So let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing first. Okay, so here we get a nice pouch to keep our monitor nice and safe. It's got a nice fabric to it. It's very soft and seems like it's very protective. Here we have a little pouch here that we can shove our cables, and then inside it's got like a very soft plush material on the inside. Nice and smooth to keep your monitor nice and safe and keep it from getting scratched. Here we have our user manual, and we have our cables. Here we have our regular HDMI to mini HDMI. Here we have our very nice USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. And then here we have a USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable. Then here is our monitor. There's nothing else inside the box. So here it is. It looks like it has a built-in screen protector on it. Okay, so here we have the screen itself. It is glossy, which should bring up a nice picture. And then it seems to be surrounded by an aluminum bezel. And here we have the stand built in. When it lays flat, super thin. Pretty much put this at any angle you want and it'll stay. It's pretty nice. I like the fact that it has a built-in stand. Unlike some of the other monitors, they might have a foldable cover that will keep it stood up, but everything's built in here, which is pretty nice. So here on the sides we have our mini HDMI, 2 USB-Cs, and a micro USB. And then on the other side we have what looks to be a power button, and then a selector button, as well as the headphone jack. So let's go ahead and plug this in and see what kind of display we get. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the UI real quick, or the user interface, and see what kind of options we get here. Now, the only time you can bring this option up is if you have something showing on the screen. You can't just power up the monitor and then play with the UI. You must be displaying something. Okay, so here we'll push in on that little rocker and we'll bring up the UI here. So we have brightness, contrast, black equalizer, and game mode. You can change the horizontal and vertical position. You have menu time, transparency. You can change the color temperature of the screen. You have your source. I have it set to auto, so if you only have one thing plugged in, it'll automatically switch. Language, aspect ratios, wide, volume. Ultra HDR mode, eye protection, 3D sound, which sounds pretty cool. Anchor, reset, auto color adjust, and auto image adjust. And then here we have the information for the input that you're currently on. And if you want to go back, you just push that other little button there. Okay, so the monitor only requires about 5 volts, 2 amps or greater, which a power bank can provide without any problems. Just make sure that when you buy your power bank that it can actually supply that and you'll be good to go. So here I have a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. We have a USB Type-C we're going to plug into the monitor. And as you can see, it will turn on by itself. There you go. It won't show anything until you display something through the HDMI or USB Type-C. Other than that, it's just going to kind of cycle through these colors until you connect something. Okay, so here I have a HP tablet that does utilize USB Type-C for its external monitor. So I'm just going to go ahead and hook it up directly to the external monitor without any power source. As you can see, the only thing I have here is USB Type-C, which I'm going to be connecting to the tablet. And we'll see if it can power and display at the same time. Okay, you can see it's turning on. And there you go. So we have an external monitor to use on the go with our tablet, and it's running off of the battery of the tablet without any external power source, which is great. So a lot of the times while you're using your tablet on the go, the screen just isn't big enough, or you have so many things going on that you need an external monitor, and this one's perfect for that because it adds another 15.6-inch screen that runs perfectly fine off of your tablet. So you could be working on a PowerPoint on one end, and then you can move over a web browser and be browsing on the other side, and the picture quality is actually really good. It's very crisp and clear. It's not blurry at all. And the fact that the screen is not matte, it makes the picture look that much sharper. This monitor is also ultra light. It comes in at just under 2 pounds, which you really won't feel the difference in your book bag at all. And because it is super slim, you can easily fit it into the same bag as you put your tablet into. So another thing you might also be interested in is if you have a Samsung Galaxy device that has DeX on it, or some other phone that you might have that has a USB Type-C, you might be able to stream or mirror whatever is on your screen here. But I have a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra with DeX on it, which is basically a mobile PC. So if we hook it up to the external monitor here, you don't need to bring a tablet or anything. You just bring the external monitor and your phone, and you have a portable PC to use. You're going to need an external power source or a power bank to power the monitor when you hook it up to your phone. Okay, so as you can see, it is charging the phone, and it also has mirrored what I have on my phone. So you can go ahead and go to the desktop, scroll back and forth. I'll go ahead and turn on DeX again, and there we go. As you can see, it connected right up. So now that we have the phone connected to the external power source using Samsung DeX, you can use your phone as a mouse if you really want to, or if you want to use a keyboard and a mouse like you would on a regular desktop, you're going to have to make sure that they're Bluetooth compatible so they can connect to the phone, because the external monitor only has 2 USB Type-Cs to plug in, and one's being occupied by the USB Type-C to the phone and the other one to the power source. Now, because this is connected to your phone, even though Samsung DeX is made to be like a mobile PC, you can also continue to use any of the apps that are on the phone, such as PUBG Mobile, in case you want a game. So not only can you use Samsung's phone as a mobile PC, but you can also play games on the go. So instead of playing on your small phone screen, you now have a 15.6-inch screen that you can play games just as if you were sitting at home playing on your console. So we know this monitor works well with working on the go from your laptop, tablet, or phone, but how well does it work when it comes to gaming? I have a couple units here that I'm going to be testing the monitor with. One is the Switch. I'm curious if we can make this a totally portable gaming unit instead of having to plug it in directly from the wall, because the Nintendo Switch typically needs to be plugged into the wall using a hub. But there are some situations where we can just connect the USB Type-C and have it work, and that's what I'm curious to see if it'll work. So here we have the monitor. I'm not going to plug in an external power source to the Switch or the monitor, and I'm just going to plug it in by the USB Type-C and see what happens. It seems to be trying to power the monitor, but it's just not going to work. So we're going to have to at least power the monitor here. So here I have my little power bank. I'm going to plug in power to the monitor. So there you see the monitor is powering up. And now I'm going to plug in the USB Type-C to the Switch, and hopefully it'll work without the use of a hub. there you go. So you can make this a totally portable gaming unit just using a power bank and your Nintendo Switch. Pretty cool. Okay, so here I'm going to play some Angry Video Game Nerd on the Switch using my controller. Seems to be working pretty good. Don't have any issues. I died, of course. So I don't see any problems playing the Nintendo Switch on this portable monitor. The colors are very vibrant, the picture is super clear, and it gives you a nice 15.6-inch screen instead of the 7-inch you get on the Switch. Now, if you're wondering, because the Nintendo Switch is not in its dock, will it run on this monitor at a full 1080p? And the answer is yes. And as you can see on the bottom here in the information window, it is showing that it's running at 1920 by 1080. So I was curious to see if I had any other gaming units that I could use on the go that would not require you to plug into the wall, and I just happen to have this mini Super Nintendo here. It uses HDMI, and it's also 5 volts, 2 amps for the power, which we should be able to get from this power bank. So right now I have the monitor and the Super Nintendo plugged into my power bank. As you can see, I have them plugged into the back here, and the only things that we have plugged in here are the USB Type-C for the power and the mini HDMI. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and see what happens. There you go. So if you have one of these systems, doesn't necessarily have to be a Super Nintendo. If you have one of the mini systems or like a Raspberry Pi, you should be able to power that all from a power bank and easily take it on the go with you. This is by far one of my most favorite games, is Street Fighter 2. And you know that you really can't play this game very well if you have lag, especially when trying to do some of these moves. And I don't have any problems doing that here. And that's good to know, especially if you want to play games like this on this monitor. Now, when it comes to sound quality, it's actually quite good, and it's actually quite loud. And when you turn on that 3D audio sound, it really makes the sound like it's coming from the sides and the back. But you can turn that off if you really want to, but I think it sounds a lot more immersive with it on. I'll let you go ahead and listen to a sample of the sound. It's not going to really do you any justice because it's going through a microphone, but at least you'll get some sort of idea. So after getting to use this monitor, I'm really struggling to find any cons with it. It's got a great picture quality. It has a built-in stand. The sound is great, especially for the size and slimness of the monitor itself. It's great for portable gaming with Nintendo Switch and other gaming units. It works really well for mobile working on the go. If you can find something else to use it for other than what I've showed you, that just adds on to the list of things you can do with it. So I feel very comfortable with recommending this for anybody who wants to use it for the things that I've shown, or if you found other things as well. So again, I will be putting a link in the description in case you guys want to pick this up yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out new videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram for updates on past product reviews that I've done. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.